Well, hello, friends. It is Romania Black and...
Hello.
My Barosif, and we are finally getting down to episode 6 of One Piece live action season 2, and we're pretty excited. I just spent a solid 30 minutes in line for this drink that was not worth it on this glorious day, but that's all right. My brother has come over. We're ready to watch One Piece. And before we get started, though, we do have a couple comments that some people have asked us to share in this intro here. Cleo the Muse for episode 2 said that Luffy told Brook at the end of... Oh, by the way, lots of spoilers. Y'all know that going into this. Luffy told Brook at the end of Thriller Bark that Shanks' crew used to sing the song, and the live action foreshadowed this by playing the melody in Party's bar in episode 1 whilst Shanks was stitching up Luffy's face. So that's pretty cool. And then said, this isn't an early reveal of Laugh Tale, it's a correction of a mistranslation. Previously it was given as Raftel, and it's not like the Straw Hats learned the name of it yet, just the audience. So, get into some technicalities, we love to see it. They also said for episode 3, I'm somewhat hoping that the actor who plays Igaram returns to play Igaram's wife, Terracotta, in the season 3, because that would be too funny. And the bakery did have a number of terracotta pots in it, so it is for sure is a reference. Honestly, if they killed Igaram off and then he came back as the wife...
Well, his wife does look a lot like him.
Yeah, that would be kind of funny. That would be interesting. That would be a good reference for the actor, so I guess we'll have to see. And then Ashley Penn had 2 comments. One was for episode 3. Taz Skyler, who plays Sanji, did indeed take bartending lessons to learn the flair of the bottles. And he was so paranoid he was going to drop the bottle and ruin the shot, they did it in one take. So that's pretty cool. Impressive. That is impressive. I love that. And then since you mentioned the design for Chopper, funny that we're watching this episode, the animators were originally going to make him look more like a realistic deer, but Oda stepped in and insisted he looked more like a living plushie. That makes sense. That makes sense based on what I've seen from the preview trailers of what Chopper looks like. So, fun times. Well, this episode is called NAMI DEEREST, so instead of Mommy Dearest. So I'm pretty excited to see what we get with this episode here. So thank you all for joining us. I'm pretty excited. I hope you all are as well. But we're going to just jump right in. So we're going to start episode 6 of One Piece live action season 2. And we're going to start that here in 3, 2, 1. And let's go. Well, that was an episode. That was a really good episode. That's probably I think that might be one of my favorites so far. Just in terms of the episode as a whole, I want to get into this and bring this up. Oh my gosh. Here in 3, 2, 1. Robin looks amazing.
Yes.
Is that an outfit from the manga?
I think so, but I think it was like Ins Lobby.
It ends lobby. Yeah, it is amazing. Her Matrix interrogator outfit is fantastic. And so, okay, you are a fan of Wapol.
I like the devil fruit.
Yeah, the devil fruit. Wapol's kind of a jerk. Also, the poor guy that has to play his minion that looks like the cockroach.
That's Chess.
That's Chess? Well, poor Chess. Chess, like, he just on set, like, yeah, here I am. So, man, what are your thoughts about Wapol, his character?
Love the design.
There's sometimes you wonder how they're going to make a manga creation look like the actual person in real life. Chess's whole chest cracks me up. I can't look at him in the background. It's so funny. But, like, Wapol's design is crazy. And he's got the Munch Munch fruit. So, does this go down pretty much like it does in the manga?
No. The first time we meet Wapol, he is pretending to be a pirate. They run into Straw Hat crew, and Luffy sends him flying, and his crew has to go pick him up. Because their log post to Drum Island is broke.
Oh, so they kind of just bypassed the broke log post thing.
Yeah.
And just went to Drum Island looking for a doctor. Okay.
Well, his log post broke.
Oh.
He can't find Drum Island.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they kind of just bypassed all that, and we're like,
He had, like, 0 contribution to Broke Works.
Okay.
That we know of. In this, I guess he took his fortune and invested it in Baroque works.
Yeah, and then because she was trying to get him to help out Crocodile, and then he basically just like ran and hid from Blackbeard and took all the doctors and everything with him. Which I love the idea that he's gluttonous and she gives him the munch munch fruit. Did she even know what the munch munch fruit was? Probably not.
She probably does. There's an encyclopedia.
Oh, she would have read up on it
of devil fruits
to know what it is.
Yeah.
I love the mechanics of his face, like the jaw and how it like works as he talks. That's really good. And then her giving him, I love that the devil fruit is just in this black box as the gift. Oh, it's just, ew, it's so ominous.
And the way it just peels apart.
And it just, ugh.
It doesn't look like a ripe fruit.
No, it looks rotten. Yeah, which it's the devil fruit.
Which kind of fits with the whole thing of the devil fruit tasting like crap.
Yeah, supposedly. But he's so gluttonous he doesn't care. I wanted to see if that was like a Zoan, like a Z on the devil fruit, but I don't think it is. I think it's just where it can open up.
They all have swirls. They all change.
But you see where that like little line is? I guess that's the mechanic of the prop, so it'll open up.
Yeah.
And be like automatic, like easy to open and be gross. Just the actress playing Robin is amazing. So, poor Nami. They did a really good job with Nami's makeup, making her look like she is at death's doorstep. Because she looked zombified. Also, shout out to Taz Skylar, who's played Sanji, because him playing him, like, with the tears in his eyes, like, worried for Nami about to die. Like, if you told me this was Sanji being, like, just his romantic at heart caring about her, I would believe it. Also, I know you don't care, but they are so buff. All three of them. Zoro, Sanji, Luffy's actors, they are ripped. They are absolutely ripped.
They can't have the rubber hose animation.
I was like, my God, like Taz in this one shot, his biceps are huge. They did not skip gym day. None of them did. Yeah. I love the idea of just she's been in and out of it and he's really worried that she's going to die because that looks terrifying. And awful. Like, he's just, like, about to cry. Like, that breaks my heart. And then we cut outside to the ship as it's, like, starting to snow outside, and...
Yeah, that was the environment where they meet Wapol, and, like, Chess is actually on the lookout. He has a submarine.
Chess has a submarine?
Wapol does. So
of course he does.
Chess is standing on the lookout, which is just barely peeking out of the water. So it looks like he's standing on the water.
Okay. And then Dan McAnew just got buffed out of his mind. They just had to give us fan service of him as Zoro.
Most of Zoro's time at Drum Island was him doing shirtless swimming maneuvers through the cold water.
They were just like, look, we're not going to...
And Karoo fishing him out.
Oh, Karoo! The Karoo erasure.
But we don't have the duck here, so he's got to go with them.
Since we don't have the duck, we're just going to have him be shirtless for this one. Here's your fan service in exchange.
The duck doesn't look good in Season 3 with how much they're hyping it up.
They've hyped up Karoo so much. I'm like,
She's talked about it. Wapol's talked about him.
Everybody's talking, the world government was talking about it. Like, come on. We need Karoo justice served in Season 3. For sure. I like how everyone's in coats and then Zoro's like, fine, I'll put on this tank top, I guess. I love Luffy's jacket. It's perfect in every way. But yeah, so they decide that they need to find a doctor. The actress playing Vivi, she's so freaking good. I love how she's like, well, I could go back home, but let's go first to Drum Island, find Nami a doctor. Yep. So, Isle of Renace, Marine Communications Outpost, is this in the manga? Because I don't remember this.
No. The next time we meet Smoker after they left Logetown was he was on his ship and he had number 11 tied up and he was like, well, it's a good thing we already found the orders that you got from Mr. Zero in your pocket. And he's like, I thought I burned those. And he's like, yeah, I just lied. Thank you for telling me that you are a Baroque work agent.
Oh, okay. So we just did this set piece to just get to the point of showing them catching Mr. 11.
And give us some action scenes.
And Miss Thursday. Which
we never met him at Thursday.
Yeah, so that must be a new character. I was like, I don't remember a character with the baseball theme, but there has been baseball in One Piece.
There is a baseball theme Broker Works agent, but that's number 4.
Oh, interesting. I do like the Miss Thursday. I do like that. Also, I love this motorcycle. I love his motorcycle. Looks like it has 2, like, cigars coming off the back of it. Also, this is just a side note, but if Deku from My Hero Academia had a motorcycle, it would look like that. It's the same color. Same color as his hair. So, I love that Tashigi got some action in this. Love seeing Tashigi with the swords. Meanwhile, Drum Island. And then here we go. The tenuous... I can't believe we go back to the Reverie.
Well, we do in the anime and manga.
So we get to see this in the anime and manga.
Yes. Where basically Cobra is pointing out that Wapple's a piece of shit.
Basically, the actor who plays Cobra looks amazing. He looks exactly like him. And then Wapple, this is so... I just really wanted to see... Hey, Huckleberry. I wanted to see, like, them on the set being like, hey, thank you for being a part of One Piece live action. You're going to be part of the world government. And the actor's like, oh my God, cool. So I need you to wear this Abraham Lincoln outfit. This hat with stars on it. Like, what kind of show are we? It's something like Oda clearly making fun of, like, basically like NATO. Just making fun of, like, there's the U.S. representative. There's this representative. Like, all these different countries.
Waffle sitting right next to Mexico.
Oh, the sombrero with the black cactus. I think that's a bitchin' sombrero. I love that. Let's have it. And also, like, the fact that he's eating nuts the whole time, like, really loud. But
that's the stereotypical French right there with the blonde hair.
I just love... And then the vampire, like, from Transylvania. Like, these are straight out of the manga. And she's over there looking like Elsa meets Anastasia. Like, just... And yeah, clearly the U.S., like, representative with Uncle Sam. It says Cameroon Kingdom. It says, what does it say? Bollywood Kingdom. Oh, there we go. And then Tane Kingdom. Nice. So, they preview the Warlords. They dropped the Warlord's name.
We met Mihawk.
We're right, but we don't know, it's not been shown to the audience, like, who all the Warlords are. At this point in time, Mihawk's a Warlord, Shanks is a Warlord.
No,
is Shanks not a Warlord at this point in the
manga?
manga?
The Warlords right now, at this point in the story, are Mihawk, Doflamingo, Jinbei, Boa Hancock, Kuma, Crocodile.
Because there's 7, right?
Yeah. Oh, and Maria Gecko.
Okay. So then Shanks ends up replacing...
Shanks doesn't replace anybody. He's an emperor.
Oh, he's an emperor. I swear I
He's above them.
Because there's the 4 emperors.
Yes.
Yes, and Shanks is an emperor.
Shanks, Kaido, Whitebeard, Big Mom.
I didn't know if Shanks was a warlord and then became an emperor.
No, he was emperor. He was never warlord.
Okay.
Mihawk is warlord.
Yes. Okay.
Shanks is emperor.
Doesn't Buggy become the emperor?
Buggy becomes an emperor, yes.
Buggy becoming an emperor makes the whole title of emperor be called into question.
It makes everybody think that Crocodile Mihawk's his subordinate.
Yes! That is one of my favorite jokes, is that Buggy has the world convinced that Crocodile and Mihawk are his subordinates. Amazing. Amazing. So yeah. And then they talked about the queen getting assassinated. They brought that up. And Jinbei. So they brought up, she's going to get mentioned, which that's exciting that they're contemplating having that storyline come into play. So there's all of that being brought up. And then Jinbei being brought up as well. So then they bring up Dragon and the Revolutionary Army. They're really, like, fast forwarding us through that because they're going to get to Marineford, I'm sure. And they're going to need that to come into play.
We don't learn much about the Revolutionary Army until, like, 2-year time gap. Right,
they're bringing it up now and tying it to the guy that, if you weren't
we meet Arkanov. Impel Down.
Right, we meet Ivankov and them before then. But yeah, I mean, if you were not an anime or a manga reader or watcher, then you'd need to know, like, who was the guy that saved Luffy. Well, he's the leader of the Revolutionary Army. What you don't also know is that that's Luffy's dad. So it's a nice way to tie to the audience. Yeah. God, the guy playing Cobra is perfect. I loved his. Also, is Walpole's hair supposed to be purple?
Yes.
Yes, because it has, like, the purple tinge in it. You can see it. No. Yeah, like when the light hits it, it looks really, you can see the purple in it, and then the eyebrows too. Nice. I do like, as Huckleberry's sitting there asking my brother to throw a toy, I do like the discussion of that King Cobra is like, you should let your people help, it's basically a democracy versus a monarchy. Even though Cobra is king, he lets his people kind of have a hand in it. It's painting him as a good ruler, which is going to come into play when we arrive at Alabasta and things are not great. It's going to paint that a little bit more sympathetic. And, it's good to tie into modern times with, don't let a king take over all the resources.
There's monarchy and then there's tyranny.
Right. Monarchy versus tyranny. And so Walpole is definitely in the tyranny territory.
Yeah.
The actress they hired to play young Vivi, she looks amazing. Like, when they did that cut from Vivi to, from past Vivi to current Vivi, that was, seamless. Like, the actress they hired looks so much like her. Okay. The poor snails! The snail injustice!
Yeah, that first snail, its shell is broke, it's dead, it's pulp.
It's just pulp. And that one said, number 5. And then number 1. But yeah, so that snail's dead. That one has been
That one's been conked right there in the side.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And then the one that was
that guy's got his skull.
A skull with the baseball. And then he gets that one, the one snail that's been hit in the front.
But it's still a little bit alive.
Oh, that's so gross.
It's twitching. They're probably just going to get something repeating.
That's so creepy. The idea of the phones being alive. The idea of them being snails that are just...
Well, didn't you see Mihawk's little Bluetooth snail?
Yes!
He puts in his ear?
Yes! Oh, I could not. The idea of having a little snail in your ear. No, that's getting into some body horror. The Logia animation of his head becoming smoke, that was really well done.
That's gonna be a big thing when we get to Alabasta, because that's where we get Ace with fire powers, Crocodile with sand powers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've done a really good job with Smoker. I thought his smoke effects looked really good. And go Miss Thursday. I could see somebody cosplaying as Miss Thursday easily. Her outfits would be really simple to do. Yeah, the Logia powers were great. Get her out of here. I want Smoker and Zoro to have a one-liner joke off because
if they follow the manga enough, there is a moment where the Straw Hats are in a cage of sea stone, and Smoker strapped in there with them.
I just need, because Smoker is kind of like Zoro, where he gets the deadpan one-liners. And he has the dad humor.
And then he's like, why the hell did I just say that?
Yes! And so I need him and Zoro next to each other. I need them to have a one-liner off. I need that. So yeah, it's good to get a different environment. We've gone from tropical jungle to snow fortress.
And this moment was supposed to take part when they first sail up. They're all still on the ship.
Oh.
Vivi doesn't get hit, I don't think. I just know that they are shooting at him.
But they do the kneel thing where they both beg to come in, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then Dalton looks great.
Yeah.
By the way. I like that Vivi, too, because, the other Straw Hats are so loyal to Luffy, they just let him do what he wants. But I like that she's like, okay, you're a captain, you need to think. Don't just be impulsive. Strategize a little bit. And I like that Luffy's really receptive to that. Also, Zoro was ready to take that sword and, bounce back any bullets that came their way. This whole set looks great. They have the hippo, the fuzzy hippo. They have the pelts in the background. You can see them. It's so realized, this little fort.
Yeah, and then you gotta remember what Robin said to Wapple, that the woolly hippo is a symbol of the royal family of Drum. What's the biggest F-U to a royal family you don't like? You kill the animal that that's their symbol.
Oh, because they have so the town folks are kind of F you. We're
gonna kill the hippos for the coats.
Oh, instead of making them be a sacred animal.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think he's gonna get mad when he sees that? Probably. I mean, he seems like the type that would.
He gets mad just because somebody said you're shit.
Yeah, exactly. Dalton looks great.
Yeah.
I like his actor a lot. He the fin hair and everything looks really awesome. And
I can't wait to see how they do his devil fruit.
He has a devil fruit?
He has the cow model bison.
Oh! Okay, that's crazy. Does he have it now?
Yes.
But he's just not told anybody?
He should.
That's going to be interesting. I don't know if they'll show it or not. Interesting. And you said that's like an axe? The weapon?
It's kind of like a mix between a shovel and an axe.
Okay. Interesting. My name's Dalton. I'm just a regular old Minotaur, but you wouldn't know that. Man, poor Nami. I love that Usopp and Sanji, who've developed like the biggest relationship with her so far, are the ones that are like helping her out, and Zoro's helping by like just being there to kind of defend them. And Vivi's mad. Vivi's like, how dare Walpole go and hide and take all the doctors with him and run away, surprising no one.
To be fair to Walpole, Blackbeard is kind of an opponent outside his weight class.
Yeah, and now that Walpole has a devil fruit, do you think Blackbeard would come back and try to take it? No.
Blackbeard's crew was kind of crazy too.
Yeah, I remember a little bit about Blackbeard's crew, and they're all kind of...
One was able to snipe seagulls from like hundreds of miles away on an island while they were flying over the ocean. One liked to suplex houses.
So a very congenial group of people. Very congenial.
And one was a doctor that liked to hand people apples, and it'd be a 50-50 if it was a bomb or a real apple.
Cool. Also, Kuriha going to like the top of the mountain, that's in the canon, right? That she'd taken over the palace?
Yes.
Yes, she took over the palace. She was the only doctor left behind. And they call her the witch. I just love that Usopp's like, none of this sounds promising.
Now, the gondolas were still functional.
Oh,
But they didn't know about the gondolas until, like, Zoro got lost and found one on the back of the mountain.
Of course Zoro would get lost and find one. I mean, a lot of the choices they're making and changing it for the adaptation, they make sense. Like, the changes work really well. I'm not mad at any of them.
If he's already there, he doesn't need to go walking around.
Right. So they decide that they're going to go up to the hill, but first...
First we get Dashigi versus Mr. 11.
Which, hello, Sammy Hagar. Mr. Voodoo Man.
Which is, I'm pretty sure that's how he looks in the anime, too.
Yeah. I thought that the choreography of her sword fight was really good. I liked it a lot.
Well, you have to remember, Zoro, before he even became Straw Hat, took down number 7.
Yeah.
Which means 11 should be far weaker.
Oh, so they're supposed to get stronger as they go up in number.
Yes.
Okay. So Mr. 3 was pretty hard to beat. So that would mean Mr. 2 and Mr. 1 would be pretty difficult. And then Crocodile 0. So, yeah. Makes sense. And they're corresponding. Now, is Miss All Sunday supposed to be with Crocodile? Because she's like she's the top woman that's on that side of it.
Well, it's not just because of her power. It's because she can also read the poneglyphs.
What were you pointing out about?
In the series, we learned about the Lapans, who are giant gorilla rabbits that are vicious man-eaters.
And this is the reference to that?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they cause an avalanche, which causes Sanji to break his ribs.
Oh!
Luffy, saves one of the parent ones, and they come back later to, protect him while he's carrying Sanji and Nami to the doctor. They protect him from Wapol and his minions.
Okay. I'm honestly fine with them cutting all of that because we've only got 8 episodes.
And they at least come back to that with the...
Yeah. I mean, how they ended up getting there, it all makes sense. So I'm fine with trimming that out so that we could get to this.
And those could have been pelts of the Lapins up there.
Yeah.
On there.
Yeah. That's true. Sanji just his heart. He just wants to help make sure Nami's okay so bad. I know you don't ship, but that's just my shipper heart. I'm like, oh, Sanji and Nami, that's so sweet. I felt so much for him. He just wants to make sure she's safe. And I like that Zoro was going to go, but they make a good point. Zoro needs to stay behind with Dalton, in case if Walpole or somebody come back and try to attack.
Well, They don't know about Wapol coming back. They know Baroque Works is after him.
But we know that there's a good chance Wapol's going to show up because, I mean, you're not going to reveal him and give him Devil Fruit powers and then have him do nothing. You know, not going to do that. So yeah, Usopp's like, I think I'll stay here too. What was he working on?
I need to see it again.
Yeah, we're going to get to it. What were you saying about tying her to the side? You saying something about tying her to the side instead of like behind him? I thought you were saying something about that. But in the anime, he has both Sanji and her.
He is holding on to Sanji in his mouth.
What were you saying about the rubber breaking?
Okay, when it's cold.
Right.
And you have rubber exposed to that cold air.
Yeah.
It hardens and becomes brittle and breaks.
So did that originally happen when he was climbing up the mountain in the original one?
He is starting to get injured, and he actually injures himself, also saving like Sanji.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so it looks like he's working on like, it's a gear or a yo-yo or... There's some kind of like...
Oh, no, wait. He is working, I think, maybe on the climb attack?
Interesting.
Because Nami will need it.
Oh. That would be a cool reference to him working on it now. And then we get to Alabasta, her getting it. Nice. Okay. I love when he tells Zoro to leave and he's like, you could have asked nicely. Mackinac is great. Also, what is on the DKP on his jacket there? I don't know what that's supposed to stand for.
I don't know.
So, I'm so glad we get to see Igaram again. Look at him. He looks great.
But you don't have your bow tie. How are you going to activate the machine gun curls if you don't have the bow tie?
He doesn't have the machine gun curls yet. his hair isn't big enough to cover all the guns. These are little curls. See, by the time he gets to Whiskey Peaks, they're a lot bigger. Right? It's so sweet, though. And yep. And so I'm surprised Dalton didn't recognize her, but it was 10 years ago. And it was a once-in-a-lifetime encounter. But yeah. And then everybody's watching and she makes a scene.
Well, he makes a scene. Yeah,
but she saves it from getting worse. The guy playing chess, I cannot get over him. I want to just zoom in every time. And he always has the same expression. I just imagine they're like, just walk around looking disgruntled. You're in a sardine outfit. Just do your best.
You look like a patchwork Christmas tree.
Yeah! I just imagine he's looking at everybody's cool costumes. He's like, oh wow, that looks like, oh, this is what I'm wearing, okay. And they smeared the lipstick on his face. God, it's great. So good. Also, poor Vivi. She makes the treaty for ice cream. Oh. So yeah. And even Usopp getting Vivi to feel better by helping him with what he's working on. So yeah, this was nerve-wracking. I did not like watching them walk up the mountain because I thought that was going to be very bad. And then the Luffy using his neck to stretching at Sanji. That's so creepy. I wonder if there's a significance with the 59 on his coat. If that has something to do with, like, his family, the Vinsmoke family or anything.
I think his family's the Germa 55.
Okay. Was he sibling number 5, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, maybe something there. Okay, so... one of my students has watched One Piece live action, and they've promised not to spoil me, but they started saying something. I was like, oh, that's cool, thank you. But they said something about Chopper's forms, like one being a puppet. And I was like, oh, as soon as we saw the big furry foot, I was like, it's this. It's the giant version. Looks kind of like a puppet. I want to try to get because yeah, the foot looks very something, not animatronic, but looks like it's a puppet or something like a realistic. It's not CGI. Yeah, like he's grabbing that and then looks up. Yeah. I don't know. Look, somebody's going to complain about Chopper no matter what. I think the CGI Chopper is absolutely adorable.
I think it looks good right now. I do want to see how they do the other forms.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Sammy Hagar gets interrogated, and that. So what was he trying to do? What was the whole point of them going to the communications?
Basically, right now, all they know is Baroque Works is doing something.
Mm-hmm.
They have no idea who's in charge of what. They don't know where the main guy is, the boss is located. If they were to find out that, hey, there's a lot of top communications coming from Alabasta.
Oh, then like, what?
Well, it sounds like we need to deploy more Marines over there. Or maybe we should ask Crocodile what the fuck he's doing.
Ooh, yeah. Like, we might have to have more of a presence. It's basically just setting up Smoker and Tashigi and all them going to Alabasta. Basically.
Yeah.
Setting all of that up. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Kobe and them there, honestly, the way we've seen them. I wouldn't be surprised if Garp and them show
Garp
up.
has kind of been deployed in the East Blue. He can't really.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. I like this conversation about being the sword and the shield with Zoro asking like if Dalton would take over for Drum Island. He's like, no, I just kind of want to like protect the people. I don't want to really have to do any leading. And Zoro's like, I'm kind of the same way. I'll fight with you. Zoro's just out here making friends with everybody. Zoro's going to be battle buddies with everyone. Meanwhile, Nami is better, which is great. And then, oh my god. Oh my god. I like, she's like, what? Half delusional, like, what is this? Are there other anthropomorphized animals in the One Piece world, or is Chopper the first one we're seeing? Huh?
Mink tribe.
Okay, yeah, because Carrot and all them. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Chopper is so adorable. The voice, everything. He's like, shut up. He's so cute.
And he's like answering all the teacher's questions.
Yes, he's so cute. Shut up. Oh, it's adorable. And then freaking Katie Sagal as Kuria. The outfit, everything, the look, so perfect.
The demeanor of, you either leave here one of two ways, cured or dead.
Right?
So sit down.
I love her. I love the attitude. I love the soundtrack. I love her just walking in these bell bottoms. So good. Love it.
I can't wait to see how they do hero look.
Like, she's so good. Everything about her attitude, I love it. And he's like, the antibodies are working. I can't. It's too cute and precious. If that little CGI Chopper cries, I'm going to be a puddle. I just can't. I can't. My heart. It's so cute. I do agree with Oda, like making him look like a plushie more than just a deer is, yep. And then she's, fully recovered or dead. And she has the glasses and everything. Nice. So then meanwhile, like, Luffy comes in. Frickin' Inaki got ripped for this. We're gonna be eaten. And Sanji's like, Luffy. Like, they did not skip gym day. I am so impressed. Yeah. I like Nami's like, do you really think she was gonna eat you? It was in a pot for hypothermia. In a bath. You're fine. Nice. Okay, and then Inaki's reaction as Luffy to Chopper is everything. I love that Sanji's reaction is like, what? His reaction is like, what are we doing? And he's like, what are you? Oh! Aha! It's so good. That is literally me. That is me with Chopper. I'm so excited. Luffy's like, and now you're coming onto our ship to be our doctor. I hope you're ready.
I like how every crewmate Luffy gets is just based on vibe.
Yeah, just based on vibe. Just like, hey, you, I want you on the ship. You're adorable. You get over here. Come on, Chopper. So good. That episode felt so short. How dare they only give us like 49 minutes? How dare.
Well, now they got to use the next episode to set up Wapol coming back.
Yes, and then the finale is going to be the reaction and everything going down, the conclusion, setting up season 3, getting Alabasta set up,
possibly with a look at Crocodile.
Oh yes, we have not seen Crocodile's full-fledged form yet, which we need to do. I need to see him head to toe by the end of the season with Miss All Sunday beside him. I need to see it. I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, this is pretty good. What's been your favorite episode so far?
Kind of liked episode 5.
Episode 5? Yeah, that one's pretty good. That was pretty good. I would say this one's right up there with it. I really liked this episode a lot. I liked it because I personally like that they're doing new things that aren't exactly like the manga and anime because you've got to condense it, and I like the new stuff they're doing. I like the angles, making it their own. Yeah, and I'd say episode 5 and 6, these two are my favorites so far. Yeah. So, I'm so excited! Yes! Okay, well, we are going to have only 2 episodes left, but I'm pretty sure next week is going to be a lot of fun with Chopper involved, so I'm excited, but thank goodness Nami's safe. We don't have to drag through that.
Yep.
She's all good to go. Just in time for somebody to show up to the island and cause damage. Also, did they preview Blackbeard this far back too?
Yes, but I'm not sure if they mentioned he was Blackbeard or just a group of powerful pirates. And then Ace later says that Blackbeard was there.
How are they going to do Whitebeard? He's so freaking tall. Like 10 feet tall. Like, there's going to be some perspective CGI something in there because Whitebeard is freaking huge. Oh, we have Marco to look forward to. Get the Phoenix in there. All that. That's pretty exciting. We were talking about someone in the comments had said with Ivankov getting Tim Curry because Tim Curry played Frankenfurter on Rocky Horror Picture Show, which Ivankov is kind of mirrored off of. And Tim Curry has physical ailments that would probably prevent him from acting in the role. But you could get that voice in there. You could CGI that together. You could make that work. I would love that. But now they have Rocky Horror on Broadway. And Luke Evans is playing Frankenfurter. And he played... did you see the live-action Beauty and the Beast with me? No. He played Gaston in that one. But he's been in other things, too. But he would be a cool Ivankov because he's doing a really good job as Frankenfurter on Broadway. I think he would be cool to play the role as well, but I don't know. Anyway, this episode was really freaking good, and I was in love with Chopper already, so it's going to be fun to see next week. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this reaction discussion. We are really excited to hear your comments down below. But in any case, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and any final words, bro?
Nope.
All right. Then we will see you all next week with the penultimate episode of season 2 of One Piece live action. And we'll see you all then. Bye.